Hello everybody and welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 and our very first farm. We are continuing to try to build our first empire of farming, or whatever it is you want to call it. And we're currently working on grass and turning that into silage, which does give a pretty decent amount of money every year. When last we left off, we were ready to harvest all of our fields on the map at the moment. So that's going to be these two fields here, and all four of these fields down here should be a substantial amount of grass. As I always do for these first episodes, I'm going to spend a fair bit of time actually showing you guys harvesting all of this. Okay, can you guys go down, please? There we go. We'll get our GPS mod, or our GPS turned on. So get that set on the heading mode. We'll set our heading to 90 degrees. And then we will get ourselves lined up like that. I pressed the wrong button. And then we'll get everything put down like that. Get everything turned on. And away we go. Now, if you're curious about the setup here, the way we have this going is we have a combination mower on the front where we were able to put both of the mower pieces on the front part. And then we have a baler, a quick baler in the back, which allows us to turn the, this also does swathing, so it allows the baler in the back to pick up all of the grass, turn those into 180 centimeter bales. And then we also have an auto baling mod that does all of our trailers that will automatically pick up the bales that we make, store them on the trailer, and then move them along. Now, the problem that I end up having most of the time is that the auto baling mod tends to turn off randomly, and all of the bales end up falling off the trailer. So we're going to end up having to swap out this trailer for an actual baler, or actual baling trailer, baling loader, whatever it is you want to call it. We're going to get that one that has the really cool automatic loading arm on it. Okay, that noise that you're hearing is, which is turning the light green, is the GPS steering, which will lock our steering onto the selected course. And you always have to make sure that you have the width set up for this, so that it will the blue lines will make sure that you don't miss any of the grass, you know, other than the grass you don't care about missing. So I'll turn it around here. And there we go. So as you can see, especially on this side, we're not really missing any grass because it perfectly uses the width of your tool and creates little lanes like this that you can adjust. So here's our baler in action. It pops off and gets picked up by our baling trailer. Most of the time that works just fine, but every once in a while the mod will just kind of deactivate itself for whatever reason. All of the bales end up falling off the trailer, and then I have to stop and go back and pick them all up. So, you know, when it's convenient to do so, we're going to go ahead and upgrade. I don't want to say upgrade. We're going to swap over to the baling trailer that has an arm on it. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of go around this way, just because it occurs to me that we can get into the field from that direction, and we can start our headland pass on the side of this. So once we get over on this field, we get over to the back and forth part, I'll go ahead and put a cut in. But for now, we just need to cut this field. I actually think I'm going to do a headland. I'm going to do 2 passes on this side for the headland, and then we'll go down to the other end and do some headland passes over there as well. Get ourselves turned around this way. It's a little bit difficult to rotate the heading for the GPS mod. That's why I'm just kind of doing this manually. But it's great for when you're just trying to go back and forth and back and forth passes. So yeah, just kind of manually do this part for now. There's no real good way to do curves like this without using, say, CoursePlay or something like that, which, you know, is fine, but it's just me and I don't really need an AI worker at the moment. Wrong way. Sometimes I end up pressing the wrong button. I don't know why I do that. It's really irritating. You know what I should do? We should come this way and just take out this side, since we're coming down this way anyway. I know that made no sense to you. That's fine. It doesn't have to make sense. Yo. I know I'm just kind of all over the place. It's because I'm having a bunch of indecision in my brain right now. I apologize if that's bugging you. It is what it is. So we're going to spin around like this and get ourselves a couple of headland passes this way. Because if you don't do a headland pass on this side of the field, you end up running into those stupid telephone poles, and it's kind of a pain. So I always like to come through. And the trees on the other side of the road also make it a little bit difficult, and I don't really want to have to fight traffic. So sometimes it's easier to just kind of come over this way, do a couple of headland passes, and then I still tried to turn left there for some reason. I don't know what my brain is trying to do right now. Okay, where did my... Oh, okay. I was wondering where my little mini map down there. I must have pressed 9 at some point in another game. Okay, so we'll get this one done, and then we'll swing back around and start doing passes up and back. I know it seems kind of random. Part of it is that I started at a different part of the field than I normally do, and I don't have my brain hasn't kind of settled in on a pattern yet. So here we are. We're just going to keep going back and forth and back and forth. I'm going to do one quick turnaround so you can kind of see the maneuver that I do to get myself back on course. Hopefully I actually do it correctly and I don't screw it up. All right, yeah, it wasn't too bad. So the rest of this is just going to be me going back and forth across. So you see what I'm saying here? This is what I'm talking about with the field, or with the mod. It's just sometimes it does that. I don't know why. Okay, let's get those unloaded. We'll back up. Get our auto baling turned back on. Okay. Now we're back on the setup here. Okay, I'm not sure why this little sliver of grass is... I pressed the Oh, that's... The problem that we're having here is that you can see that the pickup for this baler here is much wider than my actual thing, so what I end up having to do is I have to actually detach that, then do the auto width, and then I have to attach it again. So let's try that now. Okay, well, you guys, as always, are getting to see the little bugs and stuff in my systems, because they always show up when I'm on camera and never when I'm... Okay. For some reason, my baler got turned off, too. There's all kinds of stuff happening. And it's because you guys are here watching, that's why. Guaranteed. If you guys weren't watching, none of this would be happening. It's just the way it goes. All right, let's get turned back around. So now you can see why I want to switch over to the other bale loader, because it's just, I won't have to stop and do that every once in a while. It's very, very annoying. So anyways, like I said, I'm just going to finish up this field, and I'll be back when we're ready to go deposit this stuff in the silo. Let me do this turnaround. It's kind of hard to press the pause button when I'm focusing on this. Alright, so I've been thinking as I've been kind of going back and forth here that this negative cash flow situation that we have going on could be somewhat abated by selling our harvester. And as much as that hurts to think of, we could get 125,000 back for that, plus another 20 grand back for that. And it's for an implement that we're not really going to be using for a while anyway. The only time, so the plan of progression, if you're just joining us now, is we're kind of working towards getting a cow set up, and we don't really need a harvester for that, because we're not going to be planting crops that they need. I mean, obviously it would be nice if we wanted to do straw and all that stuff, but realistically you can get pretty decent output from your cows just off of hay, and we can get hay from grass. So I'm thinking it might make sense to just go ahead and sell that. I think that's probably what we're gonna do, because that'll take care of about half of our debt right there. So yeah. I think we're probably going to do that. Let's finish up this field here. And then we'll deposit our cutting. Oh, see, here we go again. That's the second time that that's happened. Yeah, okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to stop for a second. We're going to sell our harvester, because I know... It's just sitting there. We're not going to be using it for a very long time. Realistically, we could probably get rid of the seed, or... Well, no, because when we buy the next field, we need to be able to put the grass down, and I don't want to have to deal with that. And then, yeah, we're gonna get the other bale loader right now, because that's really annoying when that happens. So we'll sell that. Let's go ahead and buy the other bale loader. Let's see here. So we're gonna get this guy right here. They don't fall off when you get this one. So I don't think we need to change anything, and there's no speed adjustment for that. So let's go ahead and buy that. Okay, I probably should have deposited those first before I did that, but you know, whatever. Let's see here. So we have 108,000 that we can pay back. So we're gonna go down to say 20,000. Man, that actually didn't take out very much at all. Okay, well, whatever. We'll just push these bales in for now. Actually, let's just go get our trailer. We'll go pick up our trailer. We'll pick everything back up with the other bale loader. I know I should have did that first. I'm the kind of person who sometimes I do stupid things and I jump before I think. And then that ends up happening. But that's okay. Let's go pick up our bale loader. The arm is on the right side, so we want the trailer to be hooked up on the left side. And as usual, just end up having issues trying to connect this stuff. Let's see. B? Okay, there we go. It's not B, it's my space bar. I have my space bar set as my tool number 1 implement. All right, let's go pick up all of our... Oh, the problem's going to be... We may have to detach our baler to pick everything back up. I don't think we're going to be able to get into it while the baler's attached. Maybe. Nope. All right. Give me a second. I'm gonna get myself untangled here. Yeah. Well, it picked it up, but it's just I'm gonna detach the baler and we'll just pick this up manually. All right, give me a second. I'm gonna do this off camera. I know you guys probably don't want to watch this over and over again. It's a little bit, it's got a little bit wider of an activation area than I thought, but that's cool. So we'll grab this last little guy here. Drop the trailer. Come on, drop the trailer, please. Thank you. Sometimes the response to this stuff is not exactly the most active. All right, so we grab this guy. And then, wait, hold on, I need a... I know a lot of people struggle with backing these things up. It can be kind of a pain. Okay. So now, get that folded down. Get ourselves repositioned. Get ourselves turned around. Come on. Oh, sometimes you just can't make sharp turns. Get off. Come on, let go. There's arbitrary collisions in some of these implements that are very annoying sometimes, but you just gotta live with it and get through it. And we will. Don't worry. We will get it done. Okay. So we'll finish this field, get everything unloaded, and then we have to advance time again. But hopefully, now that we've taken a relatively large chunk out of our loan, we can get closer to making some decent money. I think realistically, though, we have to get to the point where we're able to buy the big field down the next... Why didn't it... Oh, because... I didn't have it set to pick it up. Let's try it and see if we can... there we go. Oh, I didn't think it was going to pick it up. Got lucky with that one. All right, I know this is taking an extra long time, but, you know, sometimes this is the way Farming Simulator goes. Get ourselves turned around. Almost there. Once we get the system... Oh, can you stop getting stuck, please? It's really irritating. Once you get a system down and you kind of get in the groove, it can go very quickly, but just you got to get in the groove. And then the cool thing about having the trailer on the left side there is we can just pull right up here. And then, what's my unloading thing? I forget. Why? Unload bales. And then once it gets to the end of the trailer there, there'll be another key that tells us to confirm it. I think it's the X key. There we go. Pushes it into the trigger zone for that, and all of them should go inside the thing there. All right, cool. So now, trailer will get picked back up. We can relocate ourselves back to the front because we have one more cutting to get done this year. So we'll get ourselves parked right over here on the edge of the field. We do need to do some fertilizing, though, before we can do all of that. Let's see, we need to drop that setup there. We need to drop this setup here. Then we need to go over, grab our fertilizer, and get that done. I think I made a mistake with this tractor. I should have got the one with the wheels. This one turns in a weird way. Okay, get ourselves turned over this way. And there we go. You can use the GPS with this one. I may do that when we go over to the big field, but the spread for this is so wide, you don't have to be super precise for this one. So we'll get this field done. We'll head over to the other two fields over there. I'm not going to worry about that little... Well, since it's there, we had to back up that direction. Anyway, so we'll do a pass up on this side of the field because of the weird curve on this side. Well, I always end up doing that. That's all right. Not that big of a deal to miss little spots here and there. The difference in yield is not critical. So we'll go all the way over to the edge and then come back, I think. And then let's see the menu, and then I can rotate it by 90 degrees. get this turned off to the side. Oh, hold on. And there we go. Now we'll get nice perfect passes up and back. Though realistically I should have been going in this direction. But unfortunately, you know, you make decisions and then you have to live with them. That's kind of the way it goes. So let's go ahead and turn it back that direction. And we'll just do a couple of passes up and back. Oh, we ran out of fertilizer already. Thought 23% would have been enough, but I guess I wasn't thinking about the fact that we had this extra little field over here. So we'll go over here, pick up another bag. Gotta go over here. I do have the delivery mod for those of you who are have not been following this series. It allows us to have materials delivered straight to our doorstep. There's a keybind that allows you to assign the location for that. There is a delivery cost also associated with doing that, so keep that in mind. If you're thinking about using it, it is not free. You do pay for the convenience. Alright, let's get back over here and finish doing this field, and then we can advance time to get to our third cut for this year. And after that, we'll be able to make some decent money. Okay. 2 more passes, hopefully. No, that'll be 3. I was hoping it was only going to be 2. Well, anyways, we're not going to have enough time to go through and do another set of another cutting for this, so we're going to go ahead and call this an episode. Hopefully you guys have been having lots of fun. Be sure to click that like button if you have, so that the YouTube algorithm will know and send the video out to as many people as possible. If you're not subscribed, please consider doing so now, so that when the next video comes out, it will show up in your feed and you will be able to watch it as soon as it becomes available. Channel members do get early access to all of my content, so be sure to click that join button. Check out the list of options available there and decide if any of those are right for you. Your direct support is greatly appreciated and a critical component to turning this into a full-time gig, and of course that is the dream. If you're not interested in a long-term commitment, there is that thanks button if you'd like to leave a tip for the video. You know, every little bit helps. So again, thank you very much for your time. I hope you guys have been enjoying building this farm with me, and I will see you for the next one.